Military training regimens are designed to push recruits beyond their physical and mental limits, preparing them for the grueling realities of combat. Across the globe, different nations employ unique and rigorous training programs to mold ordinary civilians into elite soldiers capable of facing some of the most challenging environments and scenarios. Here, we explore some of the world's most intense military training programs, highlighting the extreme physical demands, psychological challenges, and unique traditions that define them. 1. United States Navy SEALs. The U.S. Navy SEALs, sea, air, and land teams, are regarded as one of the most elite and highly trained special forces units in the world. SEAL training is notoriously grueling, testing recruits on endurance, strength, and mental toughness. BUDS, Basic Underwater Demolition SEAL. The core of SEAL training begins with BUDS, a 24-week program divided into 3 phases: physical conditioning, diving, and land warfare. The first phase alone is enough to break most recruits, with tasks including long-distance ocean swims, underwater obstacle courses, and timed runs. Recruits are subjected to constant physical strain, with many dropping out due to exhaustion or injury. Hell Week. This infamous week takes place during the first phase of BUDS and lasts for 5.5 days. Recruits are pushed to the brink of exhaustion, sleeping for only a few hours across the entire week while completing extreme physical tasks such as swimming in cold water, carrying logs, and running in full gear. The goal is to simulate the high-pressure conditions SEALs may face in combat. The attrition rate during Hell Week is extremely high, with around 75% of recruits typically dropping out. Cold water. Training. Recruits must endure cold water exposure, a psychological test as much as it is physical. Instructors immerse trainees in freezing water, testing their ability to remain calm under extreme discomfort, a necessary skill in maritime operations. 2. British SAS, Special Air Service. The British Special Air Service, SAS, is another legendary special forces unit known for its rigorous selection process and training regimen. The SAS is tasked with high-risk operations including counter-terrorism, hostage rescue, and covert operations, requiring an extreme level of preparedness. Selection course. The SAS selection process begins with a grueling 4-week endurance phase, known for its difficulty. Recruits must complete long-distance marches across rough terrain in the Brecon Beacons mountain range, often while carrying heavy loads of gear. These marches can last for hours and are conducted under strict time limits. The combination of physical exertion and unforgiving terrain makes this one of the toughest selection courses in the world. Resistance to interrogation, RTI. After the endurance phase, recruits undergo RTI training where they experience mock capture scenarios. Recruits are subjected to physical and psychological pressure, simulating the conditions they might face if captured by the enemy. They must remain calm and composed under duress, while adhering to strict rules regarding the release of information. Jungle training. The SAS also places significant emphasis on jungle warfare, conducting part of its training in Belize or other jungle environments. Soldiers must learn to navigate dense forests, deal with the challenges of limited visibility, and survive with minimal resources while under threat from both the environment and potential enemy forces. 3. Russian Spetsnaz. The Spetsnaz, Russia's special forces, are renowned for their physically demanding and brutal training methods. Rooted in both Soviet-era traditions and modern combat needs, Spetsnaz training prepares soldiers for some of the harshest environments and most difficult missions. Hand-to-hand combat. A significant portion of Spetsnaz training focuses on hand-to-hand combat. Recruits are taught Systema, a martial art that emphasizes fluid movements and adaptability in close-quarters combat. Live drills, often with little or no protective gear, are a common feature, ensuring recruits are prepared for real combat scenarios. Psychological conditioning. Spetsnaz training includes extensive psychological conditioning, with soldiers often exposed to extreme stressors, including physical punishment and mental manipulation to harden them against the psychological toll of combat. Recruits are expected to push through pain, injury, and discomfort without hesitation. Obstacle courses and endurance tests. The physical component of Spetsnaz training is extreme, with recruits running through obstacle courses while being subjected to live fire, sharp objects, and fire hazards. The courses are designed to test not just physical agility, but the ability to remain calm under lethal pressure. 4. Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, CET Matkal, an elite unit within the Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, is known for its emphasis on intelligence gathering, reconnaissance, and hostage rescue. The training to become a member of CET Matkal is arduous, and only a small percentage of those who begin the process are accepted into the unit. Gibush. The selection process for CET Matkal begins with a 24 to 72-hour test known as the Gibush. During this phase, recruits are pushed to their physical and mental limits with tasks that include long marches, carrying heavy loads, sleep deprivation, and problem-solving exercises under stress. Unlike many military selection processes, the Gibush tests not only physical strength but also the recruit's ability to lead and make decisions in critical situations. Krav Maga training. Krav Maga, Israel's martial art, plays a large role in CET Matkal training. Recruits must become proficient in this close-quarters combat system, which focuses on neutralizing threats as quickly as possible. Training sessions often include live drills where soldiers must disarm attackers or defend against multiple opponents. Field survival. Recruits are trained to survive in hostile environments with little to no resources. They undergo intensive navigation training in the wilderness, often having to live off the land for extended periods while completing complex tactical missions. 5. South Korean Special Forces. South Korea's special forces are renowned for their brutal winter training regimen, which sees recruits training in extreme cold, a reflection of the country's readiness to defend itself against northern aggressors. Winter training. Recruits participate in extreme cold weather training exercises, where they perform drills in freezing temperatures, sometimes while barefoot or wearing minimal clothing. These exercises test the soldiers' ability to function and make decisions under the strain of severe weather conditions, simulating the potential challenges they would face in real combat against North Korea. Hand-to-hand combat. South Korean Special Forces place a heavy emphasis on martial arts training. Recruits must become proficient in Taekwondo and other hand-to-hand combat techniques, preparing them for close-quarters battle scenarios, endurance, and mental fortitude. The training regimen is designed to build mental toughness as much as physical endurance. Recruits undergo extreme physical challenges, such as long-distance marches, while being encouraged to push through pain and exhaustion without quitting. Only those with exceptional mental resilience can make it through. 6. French Foreign Legion. The French Foreign Legion is recognized worldwide for its extreme physical and mental challenges, molding soldiers from diverse backgrounds into elite warriors. Camaraderie and isolation. Training heavily focuses on building camaraderie. Recruits are isolated for weeks, undergoing intense physical tasks and endurance marches, which create strong bonds and instill unwavering loyalty to the unit. Desert and jungle survival. Legionnaires train in diverse environments from the Sahara Desert to French Guiana's jungles. This survival training teaches them to navigate and endure harsh conditions with limited resources, facing threats from both the environment and potential enemies. The world's most intense military training regimens are designed to push recruits beyond their perceived limits, preparing them for the most dangerous and high-stakes situations imaginable. For those who complete these regimens, the reward is a place among the elite soldiers capable of facing the world's most extreme challenges. That's it for today's video. What do you think of our video? Please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.